think a factory warranty only comes with a new boat, think again. This pre-owned cat comes factory inspected, certified, and backed by warranty. Today we're going to be taking you on board of this 2021 Xquisite X5 Plus. This was hull number 1 for this model. I know that we filmed hull number 2 was like 4 years ago, and that video did really well. And the last Xquisite tour we did, which was the Power 60, I mean, that one has like I think over 1.1 million views at this point. So clearly you guys are into Xquisites. So we thought this would be a really good one to show you. As always, we're gonna start on the sugar scoops on our catamaran tours. One of the things that I love is this rail. You guys know, if you watch our channel regularly, I do have this certain fear, and it's specifically on catamarans, because a lot of the times it's like super wide right here. You kind of have to like climb over it. There's nothing to grab onto. It just doesn't feel very safe, especially if there's some like not so great conditions. You're getting like on and off the tender. It just doesn't feel good. I love this. This is really long. It goes all the way down. So no matter if you're getting onto the tender like you have right here, or if you're stepping onto the dock, you always have something to hold on to. I think it makes a big difference, because that's getting on and off the boat is #1 injury in boating. I don't know if you guys know this, but that statistically is #1 injury.
Yeah, both moves, and it could get dangerous. And so we have a concealed swim ladder there. Yep, nice swim ladder.
Okay, then right here we do have a quick connect.
Fresh water, huh?
Fresh water. Then right here is our transom shower.
Yeah.
And then on this side we do have a waste and fuel fill, shore power. Welcome aboard. So maybe this is a good time to talk about the tender real quick, and then we're gonna go forward.
So yeah, we have our tender davit here, which is electric. One button lowers the tender down and picks it back up. So you can actually operate this single-handed.
Let's save the cockpit because this is a big entertainment area. I think we'll do it once we come back around. Let's go forward first.
Before we do that, signature rain shower.
Okay, fine. You can have that one, but nothing else. Save it. Before we get any further, I just wanted to explain, in the intro I told you guys that this is a certified pre-owned yacht, which is not something you hear in this industry. You're used to hearing this in the car industry. Most of us understand what that means, but in the yachting industry, it is quite unique to have this. And Xquisite has it. And right now we're actually in the Bahamas at the Xquisite Catamaran Center. And there are 5 of these certified pre-owned boats actually available right now, right here. So what does it mean? In very short is there's like 3 different things that it actually offers. Oh man, I hope I can do this. So one.
I have it written down.
Oh, would you be able to do it without
Of course.
reading it? Really?
Of course.
Okay, go.
Yeah.
Number 1.
100%.
What happens first?
What happens first is that a team of Xquisite technicians will be sent to the boat, and they're going through the entire boat, literally top to bottom, with a checklist, which is a very detailed checklist, in order to find any problems, any damages, any defects, which then will be addressed and fixed. So then, once it is fixed and it gets sold to the new owner, it comes with a 90-day warranty on everything.
Anything at all.
I don't want to say bumper to bumper, but top to bottom.
Yeah.
Top to bottom. 90-day warranty on everything. And that is a huge peace of mind, especially as a new boat owner. Maybe you're new to boating in general. Having 90 days on a pre-owned vessel, full warranty, is incredible, absolutely incredible. But it's not just that.
That's not all. That's not all.
That's not all. Okay, so there's another aspect to this.
There's another aspect, which is you get 1 week full-time captain on board that's going to go out with you and is going to go through all the systems. It's going to train you. It's going to show you the rigging, the sails. It's literally 1 week super intense training on board of this specific boat.
And model specific, of course.
Exactly. So with their new boats, they do 2 weeks, and the pre-owned, they do a week. But I think full-time, a week is a really good time, and obviously if you need more, you can you can do that separate. But if it's like a full dive, you know, basically 24/7, that's pretty good.
I mean, it's like these things, you know, where it's like, where's this hidden breaker?
Exactly.
Where's that valve? Where's this bilge pump? All these things you would usually learn over time as things break.
and usually it happens either like really early on when you just buy the boat, or way down the line. Because like you're in the first 3 months, you shake out if there's anything.
Well, usually it happens at night.
Yes.
Or in bad weather.
Yes.
So it's very, very good and a huge peace of mind if you are really familiar with your boat, and in case something happens, you know where to look.
Exactly. All right, just real quick, quick shout out to our cute little tender, Jasper. Hi.
Looking good, huh?
Yeah, looking good. And if you guys, I don't know where you've been if you haven't seen our video of the new tender. I'll pop the QR code for you, pop it in right here so you can check it out.
Right there.
It's been an amazing boat so far. We're loving it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go.
Helm. So
take it.
No, you hold it.
Oh no.
Let me go up here. This is pretty. This is really cool. They put a lot of thought in this, obviously, and had, you know, plenty of years of experience in order to come up with this. So first of all, this bimini here can slide all the way inside. As you can see, it is on the track system, right?
Yes.
And all these things can actually slide open, and you could be completely open, have everything open. But if you want the sun protection, you have it like this. Then this is removable here as well. As you can see, your little window, so you can see what your sails are doing. And then we have a wireless charging here for your phone, cup holders, storage bins for maybe some snacks, maybe an iPad you want to put here. You have your furl in and furl out remotes here for the Code Zero and for the General. Then you do have a VHF radio. Also, the positioning of it, if you sit here, right, this is easy, it's just an arm length away.
This boat is set up to be owner-operator, single-handed.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. We do have our start and stop ignition panels here for the main engines. And then here is a C-zone panel with just some presets, like, for example, arrive at vessel, leaving vessel, bilge pumps, etc. So that you're just a quick, fast panel here. Of course, you still have the iPad, and you have the ability to put it up here on the Garmin screen and operate it there as well. We have 2 electric winches, which are operating everything. Like, everything is led here to this helm station. We have a solid glass window.
I mean, it's made that you don't have to leave.
Correct. You can stay safe in the cockpit and literally operate the entire boat. So of course we have a chart plotter here, shift and throttle controls. We have more remotes here for the jib and the Genoa. Right here, remote control for the Garmin. We have our anchor control here. Battery switches right there. Then fire suppression systems for the engine rooms, compass, GPS antenna. We have our helm wheel, which is carbon fiber and feels really nice. It's very thick.
It's nice right there. Look how all the ropes are hidden.
Yeah, foot remote switches, and then like Victoria just said, all
the lines. I just said ropes. I'm gonna get killed for that in the comments.
Very unprofessional.
Sorry.
Very
lines,
unprofessional.
Lines.
We have the lines all down there, nicely out of the way. Of course, when you're sailing, you take them out and throw them into the cockpit as you need them.
Really nice 2-person bench, like super good size. Yeah, very solid, super comfortable to sit together here.
Stainless steel piping is like this thick, and you have chafing protections on all the corners, which obviously is a must. All right, so let me show you another feature. I think it's really cool.
Okay, let's go forward. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, fine. So nice walkways here, very wide.
I remember this here. We have seen this before. This integrated gate and ladder, side ladder.
Exactly. It just opens up. It's like 2-in-1.
Yep.
All right. What were you gonna say about a feature?
So what I want to say is that Now, okay, so we have 3 foresails. Let's talk about this in a second.
Okay.
Now, if you look all the way up on top, of course, I don't think you can see this right now here. It's too far away. But I can see it. There's the wind vane all the way on top there, the wind indicator. Then we have a camera sitting all the way on top, forward of the mast, showing you the furlers on top of the mast, especially for the top-down furler. It's really nice to be able to see when you're sitting in the cockpit, actually at the helm, not in the cockpit, when you're sitting at the helm and you're furling in the forward sail, then it's nice to have the camera up there, but not just for that, also docking, because you get this full bird's eye view on your screen, coming into a marina, docking backing into a berth, for example. It's amazing, really, really cool.
Yeah, I think this boat is a great boat for a couple. I mean, of course, a family, that's all, that goes without saying. But a couple where one person is experienced or the one person is very interested in being the operator and the other person may be hesitant and is just good at helping, but doesn't maybe necessarily want to be like, you know, 2 captains.
Mm-hmm.
I think this boat checks off that box, because essentially if one of you is in charge, like, you got this. You can, you know, with very little help of the second person, you can do this.
100%.
You can dock, you can anchor, you can do all these things. All from the helm.
Then this one, the X5 Plus, is where it started, that they have a carbon fiber boom with the furling function. So it's actually a boom furling system, as we can see here. And
again, makes it very easy.
Yeah, and all the models moving forward from this one here will have another camera, I think mounted somewhere there, and you can watch how your mainsail furls in to make sure you have the right angle of the boom, so it doesn't bulk up, it doesn't come too far forward or too far aft. So it's great, absolutely fantastic.
Before we go to the bow here, you can see the solar panels.
So on this one here, there's 2.3 kilowatt of solar capacity mounted here on top, which charges your lithium-ion batteries. And then another cool feature, let me just step one more time down before I forget it.
Not just here, it's also mounted all the way aft on the hardtop.
Yes, correct, yeah, on the arch in the back. And then, you know what this is?
Where?
Here.
Yes.
And there.
It's a rain capture.
Correct. So, I don't know how it works, but there we go. You open this up and it actually can capture your rainwater.
So cool.
Just from this section here.
Why don't you volunteer to open some stuff up? Because I remember from touring the very first, well, hole number 2 technically, there's a lot of storage here.
Before we get to that, 3 foresails, as I mentioned. There's a code 0/Janica all the way forward, electric top-down furler. And then we have 2 electric furlers here for the Genoa and the self-tacker right here. So 3 foresails permanently.
Nice.
Oh my God, so much storage here.
Yeah, well, we have to open some stuff up.
Yep, let's open this. Here is our anchor chain locker.
Okay.
With the remote as well. Big storage area.
So you would open this up and then you would open this up.
So now we have our full anchor setup here. We have the safety right on there, you see, the little hook.
Yep.
Then our bridle is also located right here, which then gets attached to the chain and you let it out. There is another secondary inlet there, opening there, so you can have an emergency anchor as well. There's another roller right there, and then you could use the windlass with the winch side.
Okay.
Yep, in case you ever need to. I assume next door we have...
Whoa. Wow.
Are you kidding
Whoa.
me? So we get some water tanks here. Water maker, of course, part of the water maker is here, but the storage space, wow, incredible. Let me just look at the other side. Same thing.
No way.
Yeah, massive storage.
Wow, crazy.
And of course, water tanks as well. Pretty incredible.
But that's not all.
No, that's not all. It keeps going.
Quite a bit more.
It's the gift which keeps giving.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is not set up as your, like, you know, luxury hangout area. You can totally put some beanbags here. You've got your princess seats right there. There's small trampolines, which I love, because these huge trampolines, I mean, yeah, maybe, but if you need space for storage, like, this is enough to let the water through, enough for somebody to lay out here, but you don't need to. OMG.
So,
wow.
×2, of course.
So that one is there as well.
Yep.
And then this here is also storage, no?
It looks like it.
And then go on this side.
Yeah, more storage.
Nuts. I mean, that is
More storage.
That jerry cans gives you a perspective of how big that is.
True, true.
Crazy.
And then, on top of all that, you remember we can use one of the halyards and create the sunshade on the bow.
That's right.
This tent.
That's right.
So that also is a standard feature, I believe.
Forgot about that. Very cool.
I believe it's a standard feature. If not, I just made it one. Sorry, Tomas.
Oopsies. Well, look, hey, we don't work for Xquisite. We just do walkthroughs. So if we're wrong, sorry, but I think he might be right.
Yeah, we know nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we know nothing, as people say, right? Okay, let's go aft and show you the cockpit. First of all, this is crazy. How cool is this?
How big is this?
It's huge, huge
Wow.
fish. What is a fish table? What's it called?
Yeah, a fillet table.
Oh, hi, Dragonfly. Yes, this is awesome and a great place for it. So let's go into our, look, there's handles everywhere, into our cockpit. Again, just remember, this is a 50-foot catamaran.
Yeah.
This is a lot of entertainment space. You have this huge aft bench right here.
There's another transom shower, I think.
I think you're right. Yes.
I guess you have one on each side. Which
Correct.
kind of does make sense, right?
Totally, I agree. And then this is storage, right?
Well, no. This
No.
is, for first of all, you can do, how does it work again?
That's right. The other one. Other one.
this.
Yeah, exactly.
You can do this,
Yeah.
and on both sides. Over
Love
there as
it.
well, and here too. So let's put this back down. It's kind of cool. And then you can open this up,
Aha.
and there's your dive compressor, and there are some dive tanks here.
Wow. This is
Pretty cool.
huge.
Yeah.
So on both sides,
Well, you don't have another dive compressor on the other side.
No, no,
Other side
but-
is just storage.
same size is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then this here is still storage?
Well, I think it's the access to the dive compressor in this case here, and on this side would be storage.
Okay, got it. Okay, so now, as you can see, there's a big overhang right here, which we have solar panels on top.
Correct.
And then this space here could be totally enclosed, depending on where you go and which climate. Here you also have a, is this a shade? Like a, is that?
It's a mosquito screen and sunshade, windbreaker.
Oh yeah, it's actually thinner than the typical mesh.
Yes.
Because I think that would be great, because in this climate, these no-seams are eating us,
I don't
you
think
guys.
they can go through here.
Yeah, I don't think they can through that as well, and that's really nice to have. You can close it up completely, and then look, you have this signature Xquisite
World table.
world table, and I think towards the end of the video, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I think it's a secret. Maybe not, I don't know. Well, I'm gonna let you in on it.
It won't be any more then.
Not gonna be a secret about the great Xscape with an X. So stay for that, because there's something brewing in the Xquisite camp, which is crazy actually. And there's a lot of people who signed up for this already, and it has something to do with this.
All right, okay. But
So
later.
later, towards the end of the tour. Stay for that. So look, nice seating area right here. Easily could sit here with 8 people. You can also, of course, come down this way if you don't want to go all the way around. Then on port side, we have another seating area with a little table right here. This table is high-low, so you can raise it up and eat here or dine, or you can make it like a nice layout cushion right here. Then, of course, 2 steps up, you can get to our Helm, super easy. There are grab handles everywhere you need to have grab handles. And then there is a fridge right here. There's a sink, canyon, barbecue right here, and some more storage right there, right?
Yep, we also have a life raft sitting right underneath the bench, the Helm
Correct.
bench.
And what's cool about this space is that, of course, it's convertible. You can open it up, but we're gonna show it to you on the interior.
Okay,
All right, you ready?
yes.
Let's do it. And look at this water evacuation right here. This is serious.
That's actually substantial, yes.
Yeah. And that's an important one if you're gonna cross oceans.
You know another cool thing I just saw?
What?
There's an outlet there.
Yes, and
A
it's
power
and
outlet.
it's nicely covered.
Correct. But how many times have we been on boats and it's like, we gotta run an extension cord
Yep.
because we want to plug in an additional cooler or whatever it might be. You actually have an outlet there.
Correct. All right, you ready to see the interior?
Yes, I am.
Let's get into AC.
Please.
I know, it is so hot out here, you guys.
It's so nice in here, guys. Right?
Thank you, whoever invented air conditioning. Do you know what invented air conditioning?
No.
I actually don't know either. Can you guys put in the comments? I think it was invented in US. That's the information I remember, but I don't remember by whom.
Pretty good question.
Put it in the comments. And when was it invented? Is it the 70s?
Oh, I could check GPT
60s?
right now, probably
No,
find out.
that's the whole point. Put in the
Yeah.
comments, educate everybody. All right, welcome to the interior.
So where do you want to start?
Okay, I think we start in the galley.
Okay.
So the way the space is laid out is that everybody is together. You have a nice amount of space to stretch out, but you also close enough that when these doors are open, as we pointed out, because you have this sliding door and you have this window, this does feel like an indoor-outdoor space, so it's an extension of your cockpit.
Exactly.
So in the galley, we're gonna go around. We have a trash can.
Well, big one.
Yeah, actually it's dual. You have a space for another one.
Oh.
So if you're in an area in the world where you have recycling, you can do both, or you could do your compost, or however you want to separate your trash. You have a nice countertop here, good amount of storage underneath right here, and then we do have two separate plates, two separate units, Kenyan induction cooktop. The reason I have two separate cooktops is because the founders of the company have done a lot of extensive cruising, and they know if one goes up, there's still going to be another one. So you never have to think about it. And if you have one big unit and it goes out, you have a problem.
Yeah, and I think induction is the only way to properly use a stove inside the salon or the galley on the boat, because having propane or gas, like some of the sailing vessels, some of the sailing catamarans, is just absolutely brutal. Like, you're heating up the room so much, and half of the heat goes away anyways. It doesn't really get used for cooking. So I think induction is the only way to go.
Yeah, and I mean, I know what some of you are going to say. You can only properly cook with gas. That is all true, could be true.
If you're a Michelin star restaurant, yeah, maybe.
But if you open up the windows, or if you're either blasting AC and wasting a lot of energy, or you open up the windows so everything is constantly, it's not a constant flame anyway, because it's constantly moving, it is just unbearable for the person that's cooking. You're literally here just sweating.
Yeah.
It is not fun. So this is 100% awesome setup. Then we have a
Microwave oven.
Exactly. So the combo where you could do both.
Hang on, let me push this button here, because
Oh,
first of all,
look
there's
at
a light,
that.
and then secondly,
Nice.
extractor fan.
I like it. Okay, then as we come around, we do have. Oh, how do I do this? Oh,
It's a drawer. It's a drawer.
Oh, it's a what do you call them?
Pantry kind
Like
of.
a
or
pantry, yeah, exactly. Where you can actually
Bottle
put
storage.
Yeah, your oils, your sauces, your condiments. I don't know if you guys know this about Rico, but he is kind of our friends call him Condiment Man, because he is an absolutely a condiment addict. I don't know, maybe we should make you that t-shirt.
Condiment addict.
Condiment addict.
I like it.
Okay, so as we come around, we have dual sinks right here. Nice faucet right here. Love that. It's awesome. And then you have a separate.
Filtered water, right?
Exactly. And then this is really neat. And I love that, right? So if you're doing dishes, if you're like, it's great that they already built this in. Again, lots and lots of experience. So this is cool. Look, you have this huge storage. Look at that, right? And then this is actually could also be separate. Look at that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So this is massive, massive, massive storage. Very cool. And then some more storage there. This is also huge storage as well. There's some more underneath. And then on this side, you have a dishwasher. Perfect size for a small family. So you can run it every day, which is the best way to have a dishwasher. Some more storage here. This is a really nice island. And this island is what makes this galley perfect for 2 or even 3 people working together. It's like compact galley, and normally I know a lot of you are going to say, well, I prefer the U-shape. You do have the U shape here if needed, if you're really in the rough seas. But if you don't need it, look how nice this is to
There's
be able
more
to
storage here
operate
too.
together. Yes, you have more stuff here as well. This is such a cool feature since we're already here.
I love it.
This is actually an escape hatch, but the way they build it in, it's just such a nice feature if in the beautiful waters like here, or you know, obviously you have a little bit more sunlight. It's like those expensive villas in Fiji and in Maldives, you know, that you have a little fish aquarium in your villa. So which way should we go?
Especially
Well, let's go here
on.
because well, that's true. We haven't seen this yet. So
Yes.
we do have our refrigeration on this side. This is an extension of the galley. So I have a fridge and 2 freezers, 2 drawers.
Well, actually,
Or
the
is it a
top drawer,
fridge?
it's a freezer,
it's a
but also ice maker.
It's an ice maker. Nice. Okay. And then here is another fridge right
Freezer.
here. Oh, wait. So hang on. So there's 3 freezers?
Yep.
Wow. So if you guys have seen our tours of other Xquisites, then you would know that typically it would be like a huge tool drawer right here. So there's like really nice drawers, like a professional tool drawer, all properly built in. But the owner of this boat requested to have an extra refrigeration. That's
What's
why
on
they
the
have it
bottom?
here.
Is there still tool storage there?
No, it's just like a tiny little
A tiny
storage.
storage, okay.
Yeah, exactly. And then you still have a bit more here. This is a little pantry, goes in, and more right here on this side. And that's your pop-up TV.
It's a good amount of storage, I think.
For sure, I think so. And that brings us to this amazing space. I mean,
Perfect movie night
I'm not even
spot.
all the way. Look at this. Look how cool this is.
I mean, very, very comfortably with 4 people.
Oh,
very comfortably.
For sure. You have a TV up here, movie nights, if it's bad weather, 360-degree view all around. You have 1, 2, 3 openable hatches right there. Oh, this is a nice spot.
It's nice, huh?
And if you do not need this overflow bed, essentially, good for 2 people, you could sleep here. This here is a high-low table.
Oh, maybe we can lift up the
Yeah,
cushion.
here, you can see it right here. Oh, wait. Can you
Oh,
see?
it's not. Oh, you can't
You
lift
see
it up, huh?
Yeah, I can't lift it all the
Oh,
way.
I see. Okay.
But yeah.
Here you see the supports for the table and then the actual table. So it's a really proper table. Like it's a full-size table.
Correct. Big table is what you're trying to say,
That's what
right?
I'm trying to say.
Great for like home office, homeschooling, all that. Good table. And then this here.
Or dinner.
Well, yeah, of course, your indoor dining as well. But I'm just saying, like, because you have that huge alfresco dining and it's all covered, you're probably going to use that most of the time unless it's super hot outside. But yes, here they also have storage.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
That is massive.
So that's probably where you put your tools on this boat, since
Yeah.
you don't have that toolbox. Let me fix this. That brings us to another great home office. How cool is this space?
Yeah, I like it a lot. And you can look forward, even underway.
Correct. It's a very nice, I mean, you have this whole space here. So if you don't want to put any screens or monitors, anything around here, you can also set them up right here. So they're out of the way. And of course, this functions, it has a dual function.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Me?
Yeah, go.
Okay. Actually,
Oh, there we go, with the actuallys.
this is a chart table, right? Of course.
Clearly.
So not just in home office. This would be where you sit to do your trip planning, and you'll have your interior. I don't want to say interior helm, but you have your dashboard here with your stereo, water makers, air condition control, VHF radio, and then a Garmin multifunction display as well. Here we got the generator remote control here. So that would be, I guess, your interior helm station without the helm.
What's there?
What's there? Let's look. Breakers. Lots of breakers.
And some more breakers.
Correct. We have the switchovers here between ship and shore power. Then we have more breakers here. There are trip breakers on the bottom there, which are probably for some of the winches and the anchor control, the furling system for the mainsail, etc.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. Where are you going?
Nowhere.
Okay.
It's a very comfortable chair.
This is probably a good time to talk about your t-shirt that you're wearing today.
Oh, okay. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So ladies, I think this is a perfect t-shirt to give to your husband if you're planning a trip to the boat show.
Ah, Yeah, I got so many comments on this, and everyone was like, ha ha ha, that's funny. And they only read the front. And then I turn around and people really start losing it. It's a really fun t-shirt. It goes into, you know, our shop with the Rico's Funny t-shirt series.
Yeah,
now, what's it called on the shop?
He's not very good at the infomercials. He's just a good model, but it's shopnauti.com. Here's a QR code right here if you want to check it out. Tons of really funny t-shirts, great gifts out there. Anyway, you guys check it out. Pretty much all your shipping is free. There's a banner on top with discount codes. Just look around the shop. If you're looking for a cool nautical gift, that's your place.
All right, so back to the tour.
Back to the tour.
Let's go down to the port side.
Port side, 2 cabins, and then we're gonna go starboard, owner's suite, pool hall. Let's go forward first. So welcome to our forward cabin. Love that all the cabins, and I don't know if you guys noticed this, also in the salon, there are fans everywhere, which is a great feature to have. And then look how skinny these are. Mm-hmm. Really just put them away.
You can tuck them away completely.
Totally out of the way. Big openable hatch here. This is a full-size bed. And then, of course, you have your shade everywhere. This is a feature that I think we should mention and remember it from touring the very first Xquisite ever.
Each corner of the boat, I want to say, each pontoon has forward and aft this kind of cabinet or this compartment where the C-zone system gets, you know, distributed. You have the signal cable coming down and the power, of course, and everything gets distributed from here. So you have your breakers, your physical breakers here on this panel, easily accessible. But besides that, before it even comes to the, you know, event of like the breaker really burning out and you have to replace it, they have electronically set the amperage 1 amp below just on the C-zone system. So that would actually give you an alarm first, shut down. You can then reset it on the iPad. And if there would be a bigger issue, you would then have to replace the breaker. But before that, you will get an alarm just because of the setting. So that is pretty cool, comes in handy.
And then since you're already there, there's storage.
Oh, there's storage everywhere. And deep.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Little stepping stool there. And of course you have the pictogram here for the fire extinguisher. Yeah, they're all that deep. So it's all storage, like this whole thing is storage. And then here, huge storage as well. These ones are pretty large,
big.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is very interesting the way they did this. One door that's doing dual functions. I'll just show it to you in the aft cabin, but just get an idea how big this is. We have a sink right here.
I love the window.
This is cute. Yeah, I love that they did that. And then of course here you have your medicine cabinets, still some more storage, head, and really nice size shower there. I would say a nice 1-person shower, correct? Mm-hmm. And then look, all of this is storage right here. Check this out. They put a little fiddle here, so if you put anything up here, it also stays. And then we're walking into our aft cabin. So let's show you the shower, because they're the same size. So
okay, I see.
So check this out. Well, you kind of have to come in, I think, right? Look, come in here.
Okay, so this is your shower mode, right? You're in the shower.
Yeah, exactly. You have a really nice 1-person shower, plenty of space for your shampoos and everything. And then you're done with the shower, right? So while you're showering, the toilet's still available for somebody. And then look, you just open this up. All of a sudden, this whole area is really nice to get ready, to dry yourself. So it's great. You can also close this completely, leave it open. So instead of having 2 separate doors in the small space, which would have been really annoying, they just figured it out and made one. And I love this feature.
Pretty brilliant.
I was impressed by it the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
And then same amount of storage here. Look, all in the outboards. Mm-hmm. Then same feature Rico showed you on this side. It's just bigger. All of this is storage. Look at this.
Oh, this one is a hanging locker, huh?
Yeah. Nice size. Can you see it? Nice size hanging locker right there. Yeah. Big openable porthole. There's a fly that's following us around.
And then there's that's a modified queen, or is it queen?
I think it's queen. It's a little bit modified here, but it's really a queen size bed.
Yeah.
There's 3 drawers on the bottom right here. Nice windows here.
Well, these are the Exquisite signature windows.
Exactly. So this is like hole number 1 of the Xquisite X5 Plus.
Correct.
So yeah, this was the very first one. I'm pretty sure I've probably been to some boat shows because a lot of people are probably looking at what is this boat all about, right? So big window right here. There's shades everywhere. There's shades, mosquito net on right here. But let's go and show you the owner's suite. Ready? Oh, storage there?
Also underneath here?
Yeah, isn't there? Lift the first 2 steps, I think.
Oh, there's storage everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep, more storage underneath. And then all these are storage.
Drawers.
Every single one.
Okay, now we're gonna go starboard. Check this out. So we'll go this way first. Into our bedroom area. So we have a nice size settee right here. I'm wondering if oh yeah, this is all storage. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's great. And then you have another queen size bed, similar setup. Oh yeah, forgot about the TV. Check this out. This just pulls out and you have a TV right here. You can watch in bed. Very nice. Love that. And then what? Oh, lock it in. Lock it in just in case. All right. So we have a hanging locker right here. Nope, not hanging locker. See? If you don't open, you don't know.
Yep.
So you have some shelves here, tons of drawers there, drawers right here. There's even a little bit of like makeup station or just, you know, being able to pop your computer and maybe put like a little poof here. You can even have that extra space in case you need privacy when you have guests on board. And then what I love is like there's no doors until all the way over there. Yeah, it's all big open space here.
And proper shades. I need a second hand.
You need an assistant.
Yeah, I need an
2
assistant.
hands,
Yeah.
So nice shade here as well.
And is it? Oh, it's magnetic.
magnetic, yeah.
Magnetic.
Yeah, it's magnetic, so
Very
they're
cool.
not flopping around. Look, they're not going anywhere.
Brilliant.
Yeah, all the, you know, the devil's in the details, right? So then you can close this privacy door up. Check this out. And then we have essentially a walk-in closet without the door. So you do have, look at this, huge hanging locker.
That's massive.
There's another one on this side. Look at that.
Wow.
It's really big, you guys. And then this here, also some drawers. And I mean, I just keep going, but I know it makes other people mad. So all of that is storage, right? And then we have a door, proper door to our ensuite. So the ensuite is 1 sink. Look at that.
But beautifully done.
I love it. Yeah, it's great. Then you have medicine cabinets right here. Of course, your toilet, your head. And then we have a, ooh, almost walked into it. Either way, you can open this. This is a really nice 2-person shower right here with a special feature. Ta-da!
Washer dryer combo, and it's a vented dryer, which actually works.
Properly vented, yeah. Rico has a pet peeve for some of these dryers, the European non-vented dryers. Drives him crazy. He's like, it doesn't work.
Besides, if you want to wash and dry in one of these combo units, which are condensation dryers, right? It takes you freaking 5 hours.
It's true, it's crazy. So openable porthole, actually 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it 4?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep, 4 portholes. 4 hatches.
Hatches, yeah. Oh, sorry. Did I say portholes? I meant hatches. 4 hatches. So when you open that up, the amount of cross breeze is going to be crazy, and they're opened the right way.
Electric toilets, which are freshwater toilets, of course.
Okay,
not saltwater.
Can I say this is really funny? On the last video, we had a comment which someone was like, I don't know what's wrong with you people. Why do you keep calling heads, you know, bathrooms heads, and the kitchen galleys? Like, I don't know who you think you are, but just call it what it is. And I was like, oh, well, that's an interesting approach. It's like, they literally, this person commented, you could tell they have no idea what nautical terms are. They were super upset that we're using them because they thought we made them up.
So should the pilots also not call it cockpit anymore?
I guess.
Should they call it driving room?
But it was, if I find the comment, I'll put it in for you guys because it's really, really funny. If you want to see some of these funny comments, I usually post them on Instagram, so you guys can follow me on Instagram if you want to see those. But that one really made me laugh because that
That's
person
funny.
was so upset that we just made up stuff.
Ooh.
Okay, you ready to see the engine room compartment?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. But before we do that and pop in the specs for you guys, can you please, you know how this goes, please, this is what I beg you to hit the like button, subscribe, and write us a few comments. It makes a massive difference. It costs you absolutely nothing to support your favorite creator. So if you're enjoying our content, which is, by the way, every single week on a Saturday, and if you're not seeing our content every single week, that means that your algorithm has forgotten about you or thinks you're not interested. So you want to unsubscribe, resubscribe, hit the notification bell, and then you will get those alerts once again. The one thing I wanted to talk about real quick, which is so interesting. I don't know if this is a secret or not. I don't think so. If it is, oops. There's a pretty big excursion happening in the Xquisite camp. So in November of 2027, they're setting out, when I say they, I mean like 25 boats, 25 Xquisites, are setting out on a 4-year, what they call the Great Xscape, as an Xquisite. So the Great Xscape is going to go around the world,
circumnavigating the entire globe
together. It's going to take 4 years, so you take your time. And what's most interesting about it is the whole approach. We were talking to Tomasz, and he was basically calling it an assisted circumnavigation, which is a great way to describe it, which essentially is every 4 to 5 boats. I don't know. I hope I don't screw this up. You guys can reach out to Xquisite and they can tell you the whole thing. I think it's not like fully official yet, like they don't have their website going and stuff, but I know that there's already lots of owners that sign up for this, so it cannot be too much of a secret. I mean, I hope, geez. So anyway, every 4 to 5 boats will have a dedicated technician, and they're creating this whole app and everything. So everything you do on this Xscape is going to be on the app. So you arrive in destination, you could be like, okay, I want to get massages, I want to get, I don't know, horseback riding on the beach. And by the way, my water maker is not working. So whatever is happening, you can put it all in the app. It goes to the right people, and it all gets booked through there and organized by them. And then if you only want to do little portions of it because you're too busy, or you're not, fully retired yet, or you need to go home, or you really don't like crossings, which is totally understandable, they're gonna put a captain on your boat if you would like them to, so the boat can keep cruising with everybody and be on the same timeline, and you just fly in where you want to, or you have an option for them to put crew on your boat and charter it in the destinations that you don't want to be part of. Mm-hmm. I hope I didn't. Did I screw this up?
No, that sounds pretty accurate.
So I think it's so cool, and they're gonna document it. I think they're doing a whole YouTube thing about it. I don't know. It's gonna be super cool to watch. But I think they already have 20 boats signed up. So I'm sure
I think it's over 20 boats.
Yeah, so
only Exquisite yachts.
Correct.
So if you want to participate in this and you don't have an Exquisite yet, you better hurry up and get an Exquisite.
Probably a good time to get your certified pre-owned Exquisite.
I know, right? Because apparently they only allow Exquisite yachts to join.
I know.
Which is already a big, accomplishment anyways, considering it's over 20 yachts. And by the time they're probably leaving, it's probably more than 30.
Can you hear the little bit of the bitterness in this? Because he was trying to get our boat to be he's like, can we, can anybody?
We can just shadow them.
Yeah, can we just, and Tomasz was like, nope, only Exquisite. This has to be Exquisite. We already have way too many people signing up. And we're like, okay.
Well, what is he going to do if we just follow?
No, we can follow, but you're not part of the program. You don't get all the benefits of apps and bookings and everything. So.
But we know guys. We know people.
Rico wants to crash the Xscape. All right, shall we?
Yes.
If you guys are interested in this, seriously, not sponsored whatsoever, just go reach out to them. I just find it fascinating. It's a huge undertaking. I'm very curious to see how they do with it, because honestly, I think this is a big thing to pull off. But based on everything they've pulled off here, looking at this marina full of the boats, I'm putting my money on them. I think they can do it.
Also think about it. Keep in mind that most of the people cruising around in the Caribbean, around the US and Canada, they probably are not keen on cruising by themselves around the world, right? We're doing a full-blown circumnavigation. But like a flotilla like this, where you have assistance and maintenance and all these things which are immediately popping in my head, I was like, oh boy, What if that,
What
and
if
what
this
if this, and what if
happens
this?
somewhere in Tahiti?
What if I get sick, but there's a great weather window, and now I have to leave, and I can't because I'm not well enough? All that is completely taken out of the equation and taken care of, which is brilliant.
Yeah, like I said, I am very excited to watch them. I think they're going to be the first ones to pull it off. So yeah. Let us know in the comments. Would you join something like this?
I'm gonna go check out the engine room
Yeah,
now.
would that be something you guys would be interested in? All right, let's do it.
Okay.
What? Okay.
Follow you.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go check it out. There we go. Thank you. Okay, so welcome to the starboard engine room on this Xquisite X5 Plus. This is kind of cool here, integrated step, but then underneath it's actually a battery compartment, but very practical. Then you have this whole stepping area here behind the engine, right above the sail drive. And then we have a water heater there, steering system over there, storage up here for fluids, fire suppression system right here. Then we have our Yanmar main engine right here in the middle. I mean, very, very easily accessible all around the engine, no problems at all there. Then we have an additional alternator here mounted on the main engine, which probably feeds the house bank, which is smart and brilliant. Should always be this way. We got a breaker right here, shore power breaker, I would imagine, or at least it's a 220 volt breaker. And our emergency tiller right here in a proper space for it. We got our sea strainer right there, easy accessible as well for cleaning purposes. Yeah, I mean, this is a really clean engine room, very easy access wise. And that would be it. See you guys on the next tour.
This pre-owned catamaran, okay?
Okay, up,
Cut it out.
up. Chop, chop. And the breaker breaks, the what's it called? Not the breaker breaks.
Trips, burns.
Hang on, let me just think about this for a second.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah, no, I do. Then our Yanmar